So a provisional registration authority creates safe harbors from certain actions, but people are able to be prosecuted. No cases against people are stayed by a provisional authority. That's not correct at all. And the fact that the SEC has won almost 130 cases, not true. They settled 130 cases. And they're confusing and disjointed, and we saw the most recent example of that in the Torres decision in XRP, the Ripple case last week. That's why we need to act in this Congress, to bring clarity.
From Fox journalist Eleanor Terrett. New, Brad Sherman calls the Ripple outcome ridiculous, criticizing the judge's ruling that XRP is sometimes a security and sometimes not.
Yes, it is true the United States also makes money by printing money. That benefit goes to the American people when we provide more services or when we tax them less. And the intent of the billionaire bros in crypto is to appropriate for themselves that literal money-making machine.
The ripple effect is similar to an explosion. XRP is leading the push in the market. XRP has emerged as an unlikely hero in the cryptocurrency world, helping the market to recover from its recent slump by vanquishing the cryptocurrency industry's adversaries in the regulatory sphere after a U.S. judge determined on July 13 that issuer Ripple Labs' sales of the currency on public exchanges did not violate securities law. The price of XRP skyrocketed by 78%, and it has continued to rise, currently trading at roughly 40 cents over its starting point. According to CoinMarketCap, its market capitalization has increased to $36 billion, up from $25 billion, and its proportion of the cryptocurrency market has increased to 3.55, up from 2 before the verdict. Ripple's historic victory has energized the broader market for altcoins, which are cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. This comes at a time when much of the regulatory scrutiny on the industry is focused on the question of whether some tokens should be categorized as securities, which are subject to stricter regulations. It's a big milestone for the altcoin sector, said Matteo Greco, an analyst at the fintech and blockchain investment firm Finkia International. It is fair to assume that if XRP is not a security, barely any other digital asset can be considered that way, Greco added. According to CoinGecko, the market capitalization of alternative cryptocurrencies has increased to $665. 22 cents billion, up from $636, 38 cents billion prior to the verdict. Additionally, the values of coins that the SEC has identified as potential securities have increased by 11, as measured by a Cryptocoin index. After the verdict, there was widespread jubilation in the cryptocurrency community, and the price of Bitcoin, which is more commonly regarded as a commodity than a security, reached its highest point in the past 13 months. However, it has since fallen back down below $30,000. However, despite this, things are not going swimmingly for Ripple or alternative cryptocurrencies in general. Some legal authorities believe that the SEC will file an appeal of the verdict, despite the fact that trade volumes in the cryptocurrency market as a whole are far lower than they were 1 year ago. In addition, the token's use in practical applications like payment settlements and remittances was hampered as a result of the lawsuit, which occurred at the same time as the introduction of new competitors such as stablecoins. Ripple Labs stated last week that its efforts to secure solid cryptocurrency regulation in the United States were not even close to being finished. In the meanwhile, it stated that it would keep making investments in territories that had accepted clear regulatory frameworks. As a result of the recent price activity in XRP, the total value of all XRP tokens on the market is now $38,046,656,667. 600-peer haze experienced a shift of 114.16 from the beginning of this year, according to the Digital Ask classification. From the beginning of this year, according to the Digital Ask classic, categorized as a currency, XRP is the cryptocurrency that is native to the XRP ledger, which is an open-source public blockchain that is aimed to make it easier to make payments that are both faster and cheaper. It usually takes between 1 and 4 business days and a significant amount of money to send payments internationally when using the traditional financial system. If a person utilizes XRP as a bridging currency, it is possible to settle international transactions on the open source XRP ledger blockchain in fewer than 5 seconds at a cost that is a fraction of what it would be using the more traditional ways. In 2012, the original founders pre-mined a total of 100 billion XRP tokens, which means they produced them prior to the debut of the ledger. This is the last XRP that will ever be produced, as the cryptocurrency can no longer be produced. The founders of Ripple contributed 80 billion tokens to the company so that it could finance its ongoing operations and future expansion. The founders then split the remaining XRP among themselves. In contrast to Bitcoin and other mined cryptocurrencies where new coins are added to the market in the form of block rewards, XRP is added to circulation whenever Ripple decides to sell coins from its pre-mined cache on the secondary market. In other words, XRP enters circulation whenever Ripple decides to sell coins from its pre-mined stash. In 2017, the organization moved 55 billion of its total 80 billion XRP tokens into an escrow account from this account. The organization had the ability to sell a maximum of 1 billion tokens each month on the secondary market. Ripple implemented that in order to increase the predictability and openness of the XRP sales process, the XRP that is held in escrow is considered undistributed, whereas the remainder of the XRP, including the XRP held by Ripple in wallets, is considered distributed, or circulating supply. At the conclusion of each month, any tokens that were not purchased are placed back into escrow so that they might be redistributed at a later time. In the past 32 months, a total of 32 billion XRP have been released from escrow, while only 26.7 billion have been paid back. In the 3.5 years that followed the launch of XRP in 2012, its price underwent 2 substantial increases. The first of these occurred in December 2013, when the price of XRP increased approximately 11-fold in the span of 15 days. The second of these occurred in December 2014. When the span of 15 days, the second of these occurred in December 2014, when price increased 454 in span of 33 days. After that, the price of XRP remained below 1 cent until the beginning of 2017, when the cryptocurrency industry started to gain speed. Between March 22, 2017 and January 8, 2018, the price of XRP went parabolic in line with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies at the time. The documentation for XRP provided by XRPL states that the ledger is capable of processing more than 1,500 transactions per second and can settle payments in less than 5 seconds. In order to pay for transaction fees, a negligible amount of XRP is wasted, specifically about 10 drops with a value of 0.1 XRP. It is intended that the transaction cost will rise in tandem with the load on the network in order to discourage users from making use of the network during peak usage times. That's all for now. Kindly support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Thank you, and see you in our next video.